So they've shot out this person's tire who is trying to drive through the area. Multiple tires are flat on the driver's side. They've shot out this tire. He's picking up this water bottle that fell off a protester. This person's asking, how are they supposed to move? Their back window is also broken into. They shot her back window and both her tires. This was a peaceful gathering of protesters in front of the East Precinct. Apologies. That is a riot van. We have more police showing. It's another police vehicle. The riot police have moved protesters down this side street off of Burnside. They have arresting several people. There's one of them right there on the other side of this paddy wagon, which is presumably why it's here. And of course, we came live to see this vehicle had been shot at and their back window is shot out. The driver was just simply driving through the area. Something I've observed while being here, watching this come down, is that any vehicles that were approaching this area, there's no warning that there was a protest happening. So, you know, anybody that is trying to leave the area would not know exactly which street this is all occurring on as it was moving down Burnside. And this person, can I get you, hi ma'am, can I get your name real quick? I'm Tebu, Village Portland freelancer. Yeah, hi. I had already stopped my car and they popped my tires and shattered my window. Right, the back window's completely, there's glass in the ground. How am I supposed to leave now? She's not received any direction yet, right, from officers in the area either. The police standing around behind here. I had already stopped my vehicle when they did this to me. And I was live streaming. Since you're live streaming, would you like to give your handle out so that people could see the footage? Zippy Lomax or Sephora Lomax. But you know, I have a feeling my whole thing's failed. I have a feeling my stream's failed because it's been failing all day. I can't even breathe right now. It's all right. I'm sorry. Just wanted to see what had happened here. They popped my tires. Right, the police shot them out. They slashed them, and they smashed my fucking window after I'd already stopped my car. It was like they just wanted to take out some aggression on somebody. I actually want to cross the street anyway. All the tires popped. They broke. On the other side as well? I think, oh yeah. There's multiples. I'm gonna go this way since at least I'm lit up by the car's headlights at the moment, so you can see me. So I was just watching me anyway.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you with your respirator on.
Can we push her to the curb is what they're asking.
Park right there, I don't mind. Okay, I didn't hear who gave that. Let's read a ring. I'm happy to do it. I just don't want to pay the price. I'm not going to do anything about it. All right.
The officer was asked if they could help move her vehicle out of the way of the road to make sure that they did not get in trouble. So I heard some more bangs from nearby. Presumably that is from where the large group of protesters has been pushed by riot police. So this is some of the people that was tackled and arrested.
Yeah.
You have asthma? Yes. You have your inhaler on you?
For the person asking if these are residents or protesters, the protesters are residents of Portland. So this is a Portland citizen protester. I kind of want to know where that group is going. Around the block is my guess, but I don't want to go by myself. Like, I really want to go see where this group of officers is headed. But I don't want to get tackled because I'm by myself. Yay.
No, it's like hot dogs and coffee. Oh, I see it. Am I gonna be able to help
Kind of looks uncomfortable.
you? Just put metal handcuffs on you? Switch from a zip tie to
It looks like it. They're helping her with her inhaler.
Thank you. All right, back of that page, back of that page, and you need anything else out of it?
All right. Maybe stand up.
She was caught in the rush from what I could tell, but I wasn't at the front.
So what's she doing?
Yep.
Did you see when they arrested her? I saw her already sitting on the ground, but they were zip tying her at that moment. So I started filming. So I got a lot of it. Yeah. I was where I saw like just some white on there. I was like, shit. So we're at 40. We're at 46 maybe or
44th.
right? Yeah. You're Sarah.
Flash, I think.
I wanted to make sure. Okay. So I said where we are. Yeah. There were two people. So,
Jules ZZZ says, if you aren't doing anything against the law, you would be okay, but please don't go. Yes, doing my job as a journalist and reporting here what's happening on the scene is definitely within the scope of being law-abiding. However, the concern does still remain for my safety.
I couldn't tell what was going on. Yeah. I mean, I was like too far away in the dark. I mean, I was filming, but I couldn't tell what was happening. I could just tell there was like violence, and then I went by, and the one guy was on the ground. Yeah. And apparently, it was his girlfriend was taking the secret.
Right. So somebody asked about the vehicle. People helped push it out of the way so that it was not damaged. So if you can see, there's a press marked on this vehicle. So was the driver, also marked as press. And there is the window broken out.
You have my number, right?
No. Well, yeah.
The driver's side tires are shot out and completely flat as well. And at this time, I'm not sure where the main group of protesters is. There goes the arrestees. The detainees are being taken to one of the jails. I did not hear where. Police vehicles heading out. So this bottle of water a police officer picked up off the ground, he just sort of left here. And this nifty little, what is this? Like, yeah. Hmm. Interesting. There's just not enough light to get a good picture. I was trying to take a photo. Oh, I'm so tempted, but that's not something that I'm upset with. So
What's in there? I think this is
it's just that was what they yeah, that was with the zip ties that were around the detainee's wrist, and I'm not sure why they left this other strap with the buckles here.
They usually have to cut your backpack straps off in order to
Oh, their
belts.
backpack strap.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
probably their backpack strap.
so that I guess that would make sense if they had somehow zip tied their hands to the backpack somehow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely a backpack strap. And the bottle of water, I watched an officer pick up that bottle of water. So I'm going to walk up back towards the precinct to see what the status is there.
Okay.
Thank you. Someone that's going to walk the same direction.
Just get shit done.
Nice.
Holy shit, they're pointing up his back.
There's a bunch of things that I noticed in the road. There was a couple of umbrellas. Things that just fell off of protesters, I believe. So, like, here's an umbrella that was dropped when the protesters were bull rushed and just they were ran at by officers. So I watched this crowd of protesters march up the street and march to this police precinct, and was here the entire time before officers took action against them. I can say that I witnessed a 100% peaceful protest. There was no violence or aggression. Protesters were chanting. There were lights, signs, and a large group gathered on the sidewalk in the street right in front of the precinct. And then the LRAD showed up right after I had noticed an officer that was recording with a monopod. He was behind the other officers. I took a photo and I stepped away from the crowd to post it on Twitter half a block away. And during those few minutes is when the police came out and moved everybody. They declared this an unlawful assembly and moved everyone down the way. So this is the intersection that across the way there is the corner of the police precinct.
I think it's the basketball. Yeah.
There's another umbrella. So that building with the artwork on it, that's the wall for the parking lot. And the whole corner there up to that lighted building is the police precinct. We're going to cross the street since we have a cross signal. So there's this small section right here from where this light pole is to about that front entryway is about how wide the crowd was gathered here. And I still see a police vehicle across the way. So there was a crowd here in this section that was on the sidewalk and in the street from about right there to the right of the screen to right there. And officers had formed a line where you see those orange cones. Red Colorado plate. It's a normal green Colorado. See some sort of van back there. I can't tell what it is. There's definitely a large group of officers still hanging out, keeping an eye on everything. At least a dozen outside. I also know that there's several on the roof. I took some photos earlier before it got dark. And of course, officers stationed on the far corner of the building as well. So, oh, they're coming back out. Oh, you can see one group of the officers now. Looks like some sort of police vehicle, either personal or department issued. Some sort of vehicle is leaving. It's a department vehicle. So I'm not sure exactly where the large group of protesters is at the moment, but this is the police precinct that they were standing in front of, chanting, singing, and exercising their First Amendment rights on the sidewalk and the street.